What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel and Merry Christmas. This is the last episode of the Leo's Nerd Talk Christmas special, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite movies, The Night Before. So let's get into that. My God, I fucking love this movie. This is my Christmas movie. I watch this movie every single year for the Christmas holiday. Without failure, I have to see this movie every Christmas year, and it's just an amazing movie. It is my favorite Christmas movie. When it comes to subjects like this, right? This is a lot more of a raunchy comedy. Definitely not a family movie, but this is my definitive favorite Christmas movie. And I just love it because it tells a story of these three best friends that, after a tragic death between Ethan's parents dying on Christmas Eve, these two friends come over and they start this Christmas tradition where every year they do these certain steps for Christmas Eve leading into Christmas Day, just to make sure that their friendship sticks together and they become basically his new family. And their main goal for this entire time they've been doing this for about 10 years, this tradition, is they're trying to get to this thing called the Nutcracker Ball, which is this huge epic party that they've never been able to get to. It's special invitation only. And finally, on this year, the last time they're ever going to do this tradition, they've come to amends that they will stop doing this tradition because everybody's growing up. You know, you have Seth Rogen's character who has a family now. He's about to be a father. You have Anthony Mackie's character, who is this famous football star, and he's, you know, really worried about his whole celebrity, being a celebrity and being famous, and he has all these paparazzi now, so his life is getting super hectic. You have Joseph Gordon-Levitt that is kind of just in this middle situation and is still kind of stuck ever since his parents passed away. And now that everybody's kind of growing out of it, or at least Seth Rogen's character and Anthony's character are kind of growing out of this tradition, they decided to be their last year doing this, and they finally got tickets to the Nutcracker Ball. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the pros for me. And to start off, it's the comedy. For me, this movie is goddamn hilarious. I'm always busting up laughing. Almost every single joke in here lands for me. It is extremely hilarious for me. It's super raunchy. It's definitely not a family-friendly movie. You know, there's some things in here that the quote-unquote woke people wouldn't really like anymore. Even like just as something as simple as just their sweaters. You know, like some of them are a little bit more racist and stuff, but it's all in good fun between these three friends. And just also with Seth Rogen's character with his wife gives him his drugs for his last night out with the boys, and he starts tripping on shrooms and cocaine and weed, and he starts seeing all this crazy shit. And you know, he gets stuck into a church at one point, and since he's Jewish, he starts yelling in the church that we did not kill Jesus, and
we did not kill Jesus! We did not do that!
It's just a bunch of different hilarious sequences. Like one of my favorite sequences is when they're at Chris's house, which is played by Anthony Mackie, and he has someone else's phone, one of his friend's phone, and he starts getting messages from a dude and starts getting dick pics, and he's over here like, oh, I must know this guy, so fuck it, I guess I have to go give him a blowjob or something. So just that whole sequence where he's just tripping on drugs in front of, you know, his best friend's mom while they're having dinner, is just, there's so many sequences like that are just extremely hilarious. So the comedy in this movie is amazing. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out for this year's Christmas season, and I guarantee that you will laugh your ass off. But most importantly, the biggest positive for me on here is that this is a movie where you can throw on and just have a good laugh and leave it at that if you wanted to. Or you can kind of watch it and you can kind of see the whole message and story that this has. You know, of course, there's drugs, there's sex, there's, you know, profanity just all over throughout this movie. But there's such a beautiful underlining message between, you know, having your friendship, your family, and having all these outside stresses not take over your life. You know, so like, for instance, with Seth Rogen's character, he's about to be a father, and he's trying to be that strong person for his wife, you know, reading all the dad books, trying to be the best dad possible. But when he starts tripping all these shrooms, he kind of has that moment where he realizes, like, fuck, I can't do this. Like, I don't want this baby. We shouldn't have this baby. I'm not ready to be a dad. And he has that realization within himself. And when he finally confronts his wife towards the end about that realization that he has, she's just like, I am absolutely relieved that you're not this kind of rock solid person that I thought, because I was stressed out, and I was hoping you were stressed out too. So like it just shows within his character that he's been stressing out over nothing, and he needed to communicate more, and he's going to be a great father, and he has nothing to worry about at the end of it. And then even with Chris's character, he's this famous football athlete now that has been using steroids, and that's how he became famous. And all he cares about is his image. He's posting on social media every 5 seconds. He gets sponsored by Red Bull, so everything he does, he tells everybody, "Oh, drink a Red Bull, drink a Red Bull." And then he has his quarterback from in his team, and he's trying to be recognized for him because this is the first time his quarterback's ever recognized him, and he wants to bring him weed to see that he's cool, and he's one of the good guys that he wants to hang out with in his team. And then at the end of it, when they get to Nutcracker Ball, it gets all thrown to shame because they start making fun of him from something that happens earlier in the movie, and he sees that, okay, these guys are not really my friends. These two guys are my friends, but the entire time he's so focused on trying to look popular for his football team that he completely forgets that he has these two friends that truly, truly care about him. And that comes full circle at the end where he realizes that he doesn't need all that fame. He just needs his friends. And then lastly, Ethan's character, like I said, he was kind of in that stuck stage where his life kind of really had no meaning to him. The love of his life, he lost her a couple of months back, and because he didn't want to take anything too serious, and now he wants her back, and that's all he's focused about. And also because this is the last year that these three friends are going to be doing this tradition, he's trying to revamp that fire and be like, "Hey guys, let's continue doing this for more years." And they're like, "Oh no, I don't know about that," because these two friends are the only family he's had for 10 years since his parents died, and he's been so focused on just trying to get to this Nutcracker party and trying to keep these people together that he didn't realize within himself that all he really needed to do was just speak up and move forward with his life and not be stuck in the past. So it's so many different story elements, and every character has a different story arc, and everything just wraps up so beautifully for every single character. And even this one character that's kind of a side character, Mr. Green, he's the one that sells him weed throughout the movie. He's trying to give him advice throughout the whole movie. He kind of shows him the future, shows him the past, and by the end of it, he turns out he was an angel, and he got his angel wings for helping these three friends out. And just his character growth and his kind of story arc is amazing too. So there's just so many different aspects of it that ends beautifully and has such a satisfying ending, and it gives you that warm Christmas feeling while also still being a super raunchy comedy and all this profanity, drugs, and sex like that. So it has such a nice balance between just being a hilarious comedy movie and being an actual genuine, heartfelt, feel-good Christmas movie. And I mean, I don't really have too many cons to say about this movie, to be honest. There's such little nitpick things for me. I enjoy this movie from beginning to end. I adore this movie. It's not a perfect movie by any means. Some of the comedy might not land for you. You might not like some of the characters. You might not like the story in general. But for me personally, I adore this movie, and I think it's one of the best Christmas movies. It's my favorite Christmas movie of all time, and I'm gonna continue watching it every single year. Let me know what you guys think about The Night Before in the comment section down below. Have you seen the movie before? If you're not, highly recommend checking it out. It is an extremely funny, heartfelt movie, so I definitely 100% recommend it. And again, if you guys like talking about anything movies, TV shows, or video game related, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys on the next review, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year's. Thank you.